Gary, not the result you would have wanted today. Are you able to give us your thoughts?
Listen, I think that was the best result that we probably deserved. I thought the first half was quite equal. I thought we started it better than I thought Annan finished it better. I didn't actually think we had started the second half too well, but we got a goal. And then we had another half chance for Blair, he just couldn't get under control. But then we lost a really poor goal, and up until Annan got the player sent off, they were probably the better team. Obviously, when they go down to 10 men, the game changes a little bit. We have more of the ball, but we didn't really do enough. So, we weren't at our best today, especially in the second half. I think a draw was probably a fair result. However, it does feel like a missed opportunity because we had two one-on-ones that we never took, and obviously we've missed a penalty. So when you're not at your best and you still have three chances like that to go on and win the game, you're obviously going to be disappointed, and it is a very disappointing change.
It was the same formation as Alloa last weekend. Is that a formation we're maybe going to see a bit more of?
Yeah, just listen, we've played two or three. We've played 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-1-2, 3-5-2. Always try and build teams that can play in numerous formations, and sometimes it's not your choice. Sometimes it is a couple of times this season it's been due to injuries, and I've had to play what players are available, what suits them best. Today it would have been the same team, but Kyle Banner was unwell. We thought the team played really well in that formation last week, so we brought Ewan into the left and just dropped Kinley back one. And Aaron went to the other side. And you would maybe have a little bit of worry about Ewan as a defensive because you're an attacking player, but I actually thought Ewan was our best player today. I thought he played really well. So he took to that really well, which is pleasing. But there's a lot of things that we need to speak about and address. Listen, we've not got beat. That's a good thing. We weren't at our best. We've not got beat. It's another point on the board, I think. I think Arbroath got beat, so we've gained a point on them. But it's frustrating when despite not being at our best, we've missed two or three chances to get the points, and that's frustrating.
Just touching on injuries there, are you able to give us a wee update on them?
Yeah, well, listen, we generally have a first team squad. It was 21 players. Today was Ewan Cameron's last game. Ewan's contract expired, and we've decided not to renew it. We thank him for his efforts. Listen, it's been great, very difficult for him. He joined right at the last minute, but his fitness levels were very, very good. And he's definitely helped us out body-wise and when he's came onto the pitch because, as you've seen yourself, 2 or 3 times this season we've been down to 3 subs and Ewan's been one of them. So we wish him well for the future. Great lad, trained really well, and I hope he gets himself fixed up with our club. So that takes you down to 20. Nicky's probably going to be out for the season now. He needs an operation on his hamstring, which we thought he was needing. But we fair play to the club, they've sent him to the top specialist in London, and it's been recommended that he needs an operation. So we've probably got to be without the big man for the rest of the season. Matt Aiken, obviously, his kidney injury was a lot worse than everybody thought when he went to hospital. He actually ended up being in hospital for around 10 days. And Matty will have to avoid contact sports for at least another 6 to 8 weeks. So that leaves us a little bit light in the forward areas, and that's somewhere like every team's trying to strengthen, but we're going to need to try and look in the forward areas. Kelsey is doing really well. He'll part train this week with the group, and we hope to have him fully into the squad for Dunfermline, the cup game. And there's a couple of players that have been on the bench today, Kai, Ross, Scott. They could all only play certain minutes of times as they come back for fitness. Ross, for example, had a really bad illness. He was in his bed for a week. He lost probably about 5 kilos, and Ross hasn't really got 5 kilos to lose, if I'm being honest. So we have to try and gradually introduce him back into the fold and into training. And disappointingly today, Blair's came off with his hamstring, so we need to assess that over the next 48 hours. So we're still going to be a little bit light in numbers. It's one of these seasons where we can't seem to get everybody fit. I think if everybody's fit, the squad's good enough. We've got enough numbers to cover all the positions and whatever formation I decide to play. But just now we've had to really rely on the squad because a lot of the times we've had 5, 6, 7 injuries. And that's a credit to the squad that they're still where they are in the league when we've had so much disruption. So we'll have to assess where we're in the next 24, 48 hours. I do know that we have to actively try and bring in another striker. We're a little bit short there. We've only got Corey and Matty. Matty sometimes plays a little deeper. And Corey has done great, but he's just came up for the Lowland League, and for him to be the main striker for us been out at the end of the season, maybe asking a lot of him. I don't like putting too much on the players, albeit done well. Last week he done okay today. So we'll keep working with him, trying to make him better. But I think we need to actively try and get somebody in. But if you ask any manager, most of them are trying to get strikers in. And most of the strikers that are available are young lads that are untried at this level. So it becomes difficult to actually know which one to go for and which one to pick. So we'll keep monitoring the market. We're in constant contact with Premier League clubs and the Championship clubs about who may be available. There's 2 or 3 that aren't available yet, but maybe be available. We've asked to be kept informed of that. And everybody at the club's working really hard to make sure that when the window closes, we don't go in short in any areas of the pitch. And that's really about what I can tell you with injuries.
Thanks very much for your time tonight,
No
Gary.
problem. Cheers.